This video is going to help explain the lesson of finding the vertex algebraically when given a quadratic equation. The steps are to confirm that the quadratic equation is in standard form, or to make steps to put it in the standard form. Then identify A, B, and C. From here, substitute your A value and your B value into the formula x equals negative b over 2a, which allows us to find our axis of symmetry. Since we know the axis of symmetry goes through the vertex, the axis of symmetry gives us the x part of our vertex point. We will then, in step 4, substitute that x value into our quadratic equation to find the y value. And then finally, 5 will write our answer as a point, because a vertex is a point on the graph. An example problem may look like this, where we're given y plus 8x equals 2x squared minus 14. We will subtract 8x from both sides because this quadratic equation is not in standard form. It now says y equals 2x squared minus 8x minus 14, and we are in standard form. Our a value would be 2, our b value would be negative 8, and our c value would be negative 14. We use the formula x equals negative b over twice a. And so for us, it's going to be x equals negative our b value over twice our a value. Our b value is negative 8, and our a value is 2. Negative 8 simplifies to 8. 2 times 2 simplifies to 4, and 8 divided by 4 is 2. So we know our axis of symmetry, let me just pan over so you can see that. So we know our axis of symmetry is x equals 2. Well, what that tells me, again, kind of in my mind, is somewhere over here, 1, 2, there's this axis of symmetry line, and our parabola is going to open upwards somewhere centered on that line. And that 2 is the x part of the point of the vertex. To find the y part of the point, we're going to go back to find the y, and we're going to substitute in a 2 to the function. The function was 2x squared minus 8x minus 14. So I wrote down 2 blank squared minus 8 times blank minus 14. I've rewritten this formula without values plugged in for x. Because we know x has to be 2, we'll plug a 2 in to both those locations. Then we'll follow our order of operations. This becomes 2 squared, or 4, so we have 2 times 4, minus 8 times 2, minus 14. We handle exponents first. Next, we'll multiply. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. So now we're here. And 8 minus 16 is negative 8. Minus 14 more is negative 22. So the address of our vertex is the point 2, negative 22. And we were able to come up with that by first finding the axis of symmetry, and then taking that value of 2 and plugging it back in to the quadratic equation where there's an x, and simplifying. 2, negative 22 is our solution to find the vertex algebraically.